Welcome to ChinaSecurities.com and Chinese Stocks TV, a daily, fast-paced, edgy show bringing the best press release out of the Chinese small and mid-cap space every morning at the open so you can hopefully profit from them. Maybe find your next great Chinese investments. Monday, March 19th, I've got one press release for you, but I love it. It's out of China Botanic Pharmaceutical, trades on the AMEX under the stock symbol CBP. They put out their first quarter numbers. Fantastic numbers, especially considering what they mean in terms of valuation to the current market cap, and I'll get to that at the end. First, let's look at the numbers. Net sales increased 24.5% to $28 million. That's for the quarter, folks. Gross profit increased 25.5% to $17.3 million. Net income up 12.5% to $12.3 million, or 33 cents per share. Now, why is that significant? The company's trading at a market cap of $28 million right now. And they brought in net income of $12.3 million. So if they continue these numbers, I'll get to them in a second, you're going to see some incredibly cheap valuations. I mean, at 33 cents per share, even if the company doesn't earn another dollar net income, they're already trading at about 2 times earnings right now just on this quarter. So let's get to some other numbers, though. Cash on hand, $24 million. Market cap, $28 million. So not only are you getting the earnings, but you're also getting cash on hand. It's ridiculously cheap. Current assets, $70 million. Working capital, $57 million. What's even better is this, the business outlook for the year. The company has reaffirmed guidance of revenues coming in about $92.5 million. $92.5, and they got revenue of market cap of $28 million. So you're talking about a company that's roughly going to be trading at a quarter of its revenues. The company also believes that net income is going to come in at about $33 million. Again, current market cap, $28 million. You got a company trading at less than 1 times earnings. Plus, it's got $21.5 million of cash in the bank, and it's got current assets of $70.6 million. The valuation is ridiculously cheap. That leads me, it's a good segue into my next point here about China 2.0. Folks, it's going to come. Remember the dot-com days where the dot-com bubble implode, massive damage done, just like these reverse merger frauds and what that's done to the Chinese small cap space. But what happened in the dot-com space? The bad companies cleaned out, dismissed, out. 2 things stem from that. First, the companies that were left standing were trading at ridiculously cheap multiples. Think Amazon, think eBay, and experienced significant capital appreciation over the next 3-4 years. 2, you had new companies in the dot-com world. They all restructured. They figured out how to make money from the web, and they came into the space. Think Google, think LinkedIn, and they provided massive capital appreciation to shareholders as well. I see the same thing happening here in China. Sooner or later, and I think we're sooner rather than later, Chinese reverse merge frauds are going to be discovered and dismissed. 2 things are going to happen. You're going to see great, real Chinese small cap stocks standing at very cheap valuations, potentially companies like China Botanic Pharmaceuticals. Stock price is going to go through the roof. Second, we're going to have, you're going to see the resurgence of new listings on American exchanges of Chinese small cap companies with great fundamentals, great growth, and they're going to take off in valuation and provide great capital gains. And today is just an example of the kind of potential deals that are out there. You've got to do your own due diligence. I'm not talking about China Botanic. You've got to make sure there's no skeletons in the closet there. But it is going to happen. Bank on it. It is inevitable unless you believe China and Chinese small cap companies are about to go away forever. I don't believe that for a second. I think there's big money to be made, and that's why you got to return here every day to take a look at the companies we're finding. It's a little slow, I know that, because we're going through that implosion stage, but this is where you got to do your due diligence. This is where you got to keep your eyes open. This is where you're going to make your money. That's a wrap. Have a great day. As always, quality over quantity. See you tomorrow.